Good evening, everybody. Today we have Matt and Dan with us. How you doing tonight, Matt?
Oh, good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. And we'll have to greet Dan in his native tongue.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, Dan.
Good evening. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad yourself.
yeah, not bad, mate, not bad.
Good. Well, let's have a look at the chat. I see John Wright is in with us, and I saw today he's got himself a long-nosed butterfly.
He has.
Bit like yours, Dan.
Nice, yeah. Is it as long as mine?
Maybe that's the next reefing meet thing you can compare.
Yeah.
That's it. Get
How
the tape
big is
measure
yours?
out.
We've got the king of water changes with us as well. Good evening, Gaza.
Gaz?
Hope you're doing well. Hope you've
Evening,
recovered
Gaz.
from the beating you've been getting on the Reefy AF Discord about water changes. Who else we have?
Trace elements.
And Trace Elements and Teslas.
Yeah.
Evening, Lee. Hope you're doing well.
Evening,
Just having a
Evening,
quick
Lee.
scroll down to see if he's answered my question that he knows I'm going to ask. How's your cycling going? He hasn't answered it yet. Have you fallen off into any bushes recently? Good evening, Lee. Hope you're well.
Evening, Lee.
We have Anthony as
Evening,
well. Good evening.
Good evening.
Terry Teckers is with us. Good evening, Terry.
Good evening.
Hi, Terry.
Evening, Hayley.
Hi, Hayley.
We have Liam with us. I'm not sure how I ban people. I just think it'd be funny to ban him.
You're right, Liam.
Who else? Good evening, Alan.
Evening, Alan.
Evening, Alan.
Evening, Dave.
Evening, Dave.
Steve the Addict, yes. I haven't bought
Steve,
any
you-
new coral recently.
Steve, you do know you're like still talking like Dan, yeah?
No, I didn't.
I thought that was for the whole
Sorry.
intro.
Yeah.
No. I was going to do the whole stream like it.
What's that? Do I say anything? And then Rob commented, and I was like, I probably should say something.
Yeah, mate. I'm going to close that so I don't play with it anymore. Evening. I best guess it really threw everyone when I did Dave's one with the deep voice.
Yes.
Evening, Dave. Who else have we got? Evening, Rob. He was talking about trying to order this no FOSS stuff in his update video today. I was like, what the hell is that? And I Googled it, and like the very first supplier, I clicked on it, and it's like, in stock. So I sent him a link, and it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly the place I was looking, but it didn't have any stock on Monday.
Oh, bloody hell.
But yeah, it's just like really potent lanthanum type stuff in a 5-litre container. So it's like a lifetime supply.
Evening,
Who
Rob.
else? What else do we have? Evening, Matt.
Right then.
Hi, Matt.
Good evening, Reefy Reese. Hope you're well.
Reefy Reese.
And we have Chris with us as well. Evening, Chris.
Evening, Chris.
Ryan's Reef. Good evening, Ryan.
Good evening.
Good evening.
There he is, my fancy dressed brother, Banana Rama. Evening, Rama. Hope you're doing well.
Evening, Rama.
Evening.
Good evening, Terry.
Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Who else? I'm scrolling through. Good evening, Coach.
That's correct, coach. How are we?
Evening, Coach.
Mark is with us as well. Takes us nicely into, if you look in the description of this video and on the screen now, there is the ability to go and vote for Ocean Sea products for UK Small Business Award. So, if you can go and support Mark, that would be greatly appreciated. I've shared it on Facebook as well, but yeah, while we're all here, we'll see if we can get a few more people. And I've just noticed the next link on my dashboard is the shark survey. Not survey, petition, sorry.
Petition, yeah.
The shark petition. I actually thought I'll give it a quick check before we go live. 251 signatures.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, wow.
That's
Doing really well.
Yeah. That's what we like.
Well done,
Yes. Who else do we have with us? Evening or anying, Ron? Hope you're doing well.
That's some Scottish shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've been wrong.
Yeah, weird jobby. Spiller's Reef, good evening. And I think we're getting near the end now. I think, have I seen any more? There's no new faces. No, and we're up to date as well. So, I'll go first.
Yep.
With what I've been up to this week. It's been all dull painting, decorating stuff. So, though you can't really see in that picture, that wall behind me's gone from being white to being warm pewter, I think it is. Grey, basically. All of the walls are that colour except that one. And that one is sapphire suppository or something. It's a blue, dark blue. I can't remember what they called it.
It's a nice, it's a nice blue, though, isn't it? That
it is, yes. Yeah, it's really nice blue. And I've managed to flick paint on it whilst painting the ceiling today. So I was waiting for the plaster to dry out. So I've got another coat to do on the ceiling, but it's pretty much done. So yeah, I'll touch up the cock-ups on my wall, and then the flooring will be the last bit to do, and then I'm ready for a tank.
Any reason why you painted the wall the tank's going on?
Yes. So I was going to do something on the wall as a feature.
Okay. That makes sense.
And working on a little idea with Harry for that.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Is that more splatter going up the wall, Steve, or is it something else?
No, it's going to be a finely engineered piece, I think.
Nice.
Big, huge cut.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. DDS.
Yes.
Dedicated dick space. That we put on the tank tours.
Yes, I like it.
And what else have I been up to? Not really anything much else. I had to print these little Stratton supports whilst my Stratton couldn't be tied to the ceiling, just because I knew it was going to be a few days with it not being able to go up. And I didn't want the Stratton sitting on the netting, and I didn't want it not running. So I made up them just to kind of space it off and allow me to run the Stratton for a little bit. I think that's pretty much it from me. Obviously, I went to AOC recently and picked up a few little bits. And then I visited Jamie. And I got a couple other bits of coral. Yes, I do have a problem. I actually, I was speaking with, not Connor. Yeah, Connor, I think it was, in AAC about this. And I said, my next live stream, I'm going to start with, hi, my name's Steve and I'm a coral addict. But are they shouting at you, Matt, or just playing?
I don't know. Fucking kids. Close that bloody window. So So, are you now finished, or do you think you'll still buy, or do you think you're now going to buy frag racks to now put your coral on? So, is the plan that you're so brimmed when you go into the new 7-foot, 9-foot tank, you're not looking empty?
Yes, that's exactly the plan. And I think I'm going to go for a 13.5 foot. So it's just a little bit bigger than Rob's.
Right. So you're going to need
I'm not ready.
17 frag racks full of coral now.
Yeah. No, it's going. I'm trying to find another secondhand 7 foot, which I could enlist everybody's help here. If you see a frag rack. I suppose you were talking about frag racks. If you see a 7 foot tank, secondhand one for sale, then let me know. As long as it's kind of reasonably close. I was looking at one in Sheffield, which is probably kind of about as far north as I want to go. I think Bristol is probably about as far west as I want to go. And south is fine. And east is obviously fine because it's only a mile before the sea. So,
right. What about a 7x2x2? Is that the ideal size?
That would be, or 7 by 2.5 by 2. Okay. And 2.5 being the front to back one.
Okay. Get your
right, boy.
Yeah, get your eyes out, people. He needs a tank.
Yeah, and that'll be the next thing. That'll be my tank's so full that I now need to get the pressure will be on to get the tank sorted.
Yeah, before Christmas, is that the aim?
Oh yes.
Right. Problem is, you're gonna have one stratum. You're gonna have all your coral below the stratum.
Oh no, I'll just have to buy another one.
Right, and then another one.
Well, this is the thing. So if I go 7 by 2 by 2, I think the stratum will be all right with the orientation it is, with the cable coming out the side, and then 2 of them would cover that area. But if I go 2 by 2.5 by 2, the stratums will probably turn that way, and then you probably need 3.
Okay. Best part of 2 then, really.
Yeah.
So you've got to look at the cables.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking anyway.
Get looking, people. Get looking.
Put the feelers out.
Yeah. Let me know. Of course, the one that I'd had my eye on for a while, that was in March in Cambridgeshire, was sitting there, and I was like, well, there's no point messaging them yet because I'm not ready. And then I'm like, okay, I'm now close enough where I can message them, and I'll reach out, and they went, yeah, sorry, it's sold.
Has it gone?
Well, I don't know because the advert's still live. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Has it gone, or has someone put a deposit down? Because you never know. People can change their mind. Like,
yes, yeah, exactly. I thought I'll give it a little while, and if it's still listed, then I'll reach out to them and say, is it still for sale? Have you forgotten to remove the listing or what? Yeah, just give them a little nudge.
The amount of people that forget to take the listings down. I've messaged a few. You message them and you think, it's only, it looks like it's not long been on. You message them and they go, no, mate, you went last week. And I'm like, well, all right, do you want to take the advert down?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing on
eBay. Is that your pet hate then?
No, it's just lazy, isn't it? I mean, if you sold something, just take it down. Just mark it as sold. But it's pretty easy on Facebook just to click sold, isn't it? But
yeah, it is.
I'm guessing
they do ask you how much you sold it for, so that's a bit sneaky, isn't it? So
I just skip that bit.
Yeah, I would do. Yeah. Put $5,000 in it. Click it.
Gaz has asked if the 7 foot DD is out the running now. I think so. I think that's just going to be too expensive. It looks like it's going to be like $7,000. and then you're going to need 2 Strattons. That's now 10 grand, and you need a bigger reef mat, a bigger skimmer. Yeah, you're looking at 11, 12 grand easily. Yeah,
A lot of money.
I don't have that budget.
That's what I mean. You're spending 10 grand before you've even got it wet. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big spend, isn't it? That is.
It is when you can buy someone's year-old, 2-year-old tank that's probably in good condition. Even if you buy it and go, you know what, I don't like the seals, I'll take it to a glass company, I'll get it resealed. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to still be less, and you know your happy days. That's what the guy at the shop where I go to pick some corals up locally, he bought a tank, 5 foot, 6 foot, and he just got it resealed. Which, okay, it's risky, but at least you know it's new. So
Rob's got a suggestion for you, Steve.
Yeah, I did see that. Well, there's been a few suggestions. I think this one's more likely.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Do you want to live?
And this one, good option as well. There was this one from Gaza. Sell half your coral.
I don't think you'd get 6-7 grand, would you? Jesus Christ.
No, I don't think so.
And I guess there's nothing. Everything's 5 grand new, so you're a bit in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it's. So I've looked round. There are a few out there. If you went 6 foot, you could do it. There's some custom tank builders. Aquariums for Life, I think they do a 7x2x2. It made me nervous a little bit because it was 10 mil glass.
It's thinner.
That's very thin. It's braced, which is why it's 10 mil glass.
Right.
But it just made me a little bit nervous. I mean, 12 mil maybe I'd be a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more.
Be lighter though, wouldn't it? Be lighter to lift.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 10 mil don't sound a lot, does it, for a big tank like that?
A lot of
No.
And I take it 6 foot isn't really what you want. You want 7 foot, so.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay.
Yeah. So Seabray won't deal directly with the public. So you can't just go and speak to Seabray. Unfortunately.
No. ND Aquatics, Aquarium for Life, and who's the other one?
I'm trying to think of Joe's Aquarium Composition.
Yeah.
Joe that work with Paul at AAC.
He uses Seabray, doesn't he? 'Cause he's...
Yeah.
But again, like you say, you're probably spending the best part of 6 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think the Aquariums for Life ones were a bit cheaper. Aquariums for Life. Let's see if I can do it live, not order it live. That is.
Is there a reason why 7 foot? Is it just you think 7 foot is the right size for the room and what you want?
Yeah, I could go 8 foot if the right 8 foot came along and it was the right price, but it would be better to go 7 foot, I think.
Okay.
So let's see if I can share this. This is Aquariums for Life, Titan range, and 84. So this is 7x2x2.
3.8.
Sumped, yeah, and then by the time you've added
You don't get pipe
the
work.
background and the pipe work, you'll be at 4 grand then.
The thing is, if you went new, I suppose you have to understand that it's going to be on the wall, but you might not be filling it up straight away.
Yeah.
That's the sort of the way up you have to do, don't you, I suppose?
Yes. Yeah. And Liam sent me this, which is one that I did look at. I think one of the pictures, the framework is in 2 pieces. Kind of made me a little bit nervous as well.
I think that made me nervous and all. Door looks like it's hanging off. No offense.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was in the best condition. Yeah, so here
What about?
I was like, that made me nervous a little bit.
What about?
But I think it's in 3 pieces.
Would you consider buying an alley frame and then just buying the glass box off someone? Like,
Yeah, potentially. I'd rather get one that's in a cabinet and all done.
yeah, so that's easy.
Yeah, because I don't really want to be faffing around with it.
You just want to collect it and get it in, don't you, really?
Yeah.
You do. It's a big faff and a big headache as it is, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I know Ron suggested Clear Seal. I'm just having a look to see. It doesn't look like there's any pricing there.
It's just when you start to go big, it starts to become expensive because realistically you need thick glass.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, 19 mil if you're not braced. If you're braced, then 12 I would be happier with than 10, I think.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just seeing Ron saying there about Clear Seal tanks, because my local LFS does Clear. I'm sure it's Clear, which I reckon are pretty similar. And I was hoping to get there to shoot a couple of their new tanks they just had come in, but they do some big tanks and they're not crazy money. I'll have to you'll have to contact them, Steve, and have a look on their website.
Yeah. I'll take a look at it.
Looked at ND Aquatics?
I did, yeah. I can't.
72 by 24 by 24 is. That can't be right. 1,500 quid. Can't be.
72 is 6 foot.
Yeah.
But it does seem cheap.
Yeah. Don't know. Seems too cheap. Anyway, you can look.
Get them in.
Yeah, get on in.
Yeah.
I'll rabble on for a bit. So, update for me. ACANs are probably lost my green and orange ones. They're hanging on, but I think they're probably gone. The red ones are probably gone as well. I still can't get to the bottom of it. However, I did have a Nero 3 go pop. It seized, making a squealing noise. I removed it. It is seized. So potentially that is the problem that I've had. I just haven't been able to detect it. It sounds like it's gone internally. So that is out. I've ordered one, and I will be collecting it from AAC next week. Not this weekend, next weekend. I've asked for a replacement motor, which is £66. So that's not too bad. Fish aggression seems to have calmed. I put the RAS back in. The RAS did get a little bit bullied to start off with. It seems to have calmed so far. So fingers crossed. And the RAS is still in good nick. So hopefully.
News.
And then, and he probably is watching the stream, but he probably hasn't commented. I went on Sunday to see a guy that I met at Viking with you, Steve. Got friendly with him, met him again at Love to Reef, carried on getting friendly with him, been speaking on and off as I do. And I popped round there on Sunday to look at his tank. He goes as Instagram as the Ipswich Reefer,
Okay.
otherwise known as Steve. And I couldn't come home empty-handed. So I came home with a purple Millie, rainbow loom, blue acro, if you can name it, tell me what it is, confetti as well, and then some clove polyp, tropic thunder, and sophastria for her tank. So not too bad, but the blue acro, I'm not sure. So the one back left, I'm not sure what that is. So the back left is the blue acro. So if you know what it is, shout. The one in the middle is the blue and green Millie. Might even be purple. You've got the rainbow loom, which is the one on the right. You've got the confetti bottom left. That's a green Pasillipora because I wanted it because I've got the purple, and then a bit of sophastria, which I've split with her as well. So that's a nice tank. So yeah, it's all good. And at the moment, I'm just looking at what's next for the tank. I'll probably do an ICP end of this month, see where we're at. Put a new wave maker in, and then I'm thinking another light and some automation. That will be my next investment. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted where the Aqua is, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
If it had the option of, I like the idea of, because for me, alkalinity and pH are key. Magnesium and calcium seem to move with alkalinity, so you're going to have some idea anyway. But it's the nutrient one, and I think having a trident of it, if that is the route to go, because eventually I can have it all on one screen. So if I am on holiday, so I'm thinking long term, not just that'll do the job. I think you guys have convinced me that an automation, and you can just turn things off, turn things on. If I'm out the house and I think, oh fucking hell, something's happened, I'll just switch the plug off.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really handy little feature to be able to control it when you're not there. Yeah. You might not be able to do a lot about it, but you know, if a cage has come off your power head, you can switch it off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Before anything gets blended.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Or if you say your RO top up, it's not working, or something's gone wrong with your drain and you've got a water level that's detected low, and you can just turn the return pump down or off, or you can try and work something out. But like I say, without nothing being automated, just screwed pretty much, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So hopefully the Nero is the issue of the copper, the high nickel, and the aluminium. I'm hoping it was just that breaking up. It will be a learning curve. It's probably going to cost me 2 A-cans, which I'm gutted about, but everything else seems to be all right.
You're gonna do another ICP, Matt?
Yeah, end of the month. So I'll wait. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put another. So I don't know what everyone thinks of polyfilter. I put polyfilter in there the other day. Put it in, floating around, came back dirty. Put another lot in, come back dirty. Orangey dirty detritusy colour, and I'm like, well, that ain't done nothing. I spoke to John B, and John B said about something else, using something else, and then someone else said to me, and it might even be John, said about Triton Detox. But it's meant to be quite strong, which binds it together, and then it pulls it out. If there's anything else that you'd recommend, because like I say, the Polylab hasn't really done anything. So I'm wondering what's next to use to try and pull it out. Mainly the aluminium, because I used the Polylab for that. Maybe it's just not enough aluminium. It's not picking it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. So hopefully after I've done, so I'm going to give it a few times so by then I'd have done another 2 water changes, and hopefully by then I'll come back and I'll see it trending down, not trending up. And the only other thing I'm thinking about doing is trace elements. I'm wondering whether to go to the cocktail method that Gaz speaks of, which is mixing loads of traces together and creating your own. Because again, when I spoke to the guy on Sunday and Steve, he was talking about what he does, and that seems to work. So yes, I will write that down. Thank you, Haley. Yeah, so I'm thinking that I might go that method if I keep with the elements. I've still got to weigh up the options because I've still got niacin in the cupboard. I don't know what to do.
So I've not looked at this before, but what's the difference between making the cocktail out of all those different elements bottles and buying the ANK?
The main reason is if I went ANK, then I might as well ditch the 2-part off itself. Because obviously the ANK is the just trace elements, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas elements comes in, it should come in as a balanced kit, but you're always low on something. So I'm wondering whether my tank is predominantly low on iodine and this one. I'm not going to dose all of them. I'm just going to make a cocktail that fits my tank. So talking to the guy on Sunday, he was saying that's basically what Oceamo do. They create you a cocktail that you then dose to your tank. So I'm thinking of doing something very similar, whereas if I'm low on iodine and I'm low on manganese and I'm low on something else, instead of me dosing it day by day, I'm just going to create my own concoction for my tank. Not dose every single element, because clearly what I'm getting out the 2-part is working for them elements. But might not be working for 5. So I'll just make the concoction of 5 and then crack on with that.
Yeah.
That's my idea. And I've stopped carbon dosing currently.
Okay.
Because I was getting the bacterial slime in the sump. I'm trying to look for something else. I do like the convenience of carbon dosing because you just know where you are and you know it's managed right. I thought about growing phyto. It does worry me. Maybe I'll just buy phyto from Harry and that'll be the way I'll do it.
Yeah.
Or I'm just thinking, it's not my nitrates are the issue. It's my phosphate is the thing that will creep. So potentially, I might just dose lanthanum instead, long term. Just find a method, find an amount that works in my tank. Go from half a mil, then go to a mil, and then find the balance of where it stabilizes and go right. That's it for me on lanthanum. And to answer Liam's question, no, I didn't just stop with the carbon dosing. I tuned it down because it wasn't working. So yeah. Okay,
cool. You've been busy then.
Yeah. I didn't talk about my skimmer shitting itself, but yeah, I had to do that the other day as well. So I've been busy, but then like I say, I've been off, so I've been tweaking and playing and bored. So yeah.
Yeah. Dan, what have you been up to?
A little bit, not that much. There's been a few bits going on. I'm trying to think. So obviously the new Rockscape went in. That's probably been in for a good 6 weeks plus now, I think. Going on my testing because I did a bit like a reset really. So I took some corals, didn't move any corals over to the new scape. I only kept 2 or 3 bits from what I had. Obviously, when I did the scape, I took the chance to catch the Araga butterfly, the threadfin, and I decided to do a Liam and put him in the sump for a bit of R&R. Just to see if my organ pod coral would come back, because that had been closed up completely for about 2 months, and there wasn't really that much left of it on the rock, so I didn't have much hope. I kept saying to Matt about it, and he was like, "You need to get that threadfin out and see if it improves." So I did that. After about 2 days of the threadfin not being in the tank, I saw like very small glimmers of hope that it was going to come back. So I thought, right, okay. The green candy canes were the same, so we had taken chunks out of that as well on occasion. I think I did show Matt one of the photos. It's quite brutal. and I think he was pecking at Harry's purple stylo as well. Just not as much though as the LPS,
Okay.
but he was. I think he was going for the bottom of it, like the very bottom of the plug.
Yeah.
So obviously, I didn't really want to get rid of him because it was such a stunning fish. But I did like my candy canes and I did like my organ pipe coral. So out of the two corals of the very few that I've had for the last year, they were the two that seemed to do quite well in my tank. So I thought, well, I'm probably going to have to rehome the fish. So thankfully, I asked around a little bit, although I didn't ask too much. But John B said he'd take him for his fish only system. So he ended up going with him. But he did stay in the sump for a good 3 weeks or so. He was in there for a little while, but he was fed and kept checking on him. There's a light in there, so I kept putting the light on every day. And I just let that run with the tank lights. So that was good. And then what about what else did we have? We had Finest. So I think the Rockwork was only in for a few days, and we had the Reefers Network meet up in Finest. And I brought 3 frags at Finest, just a little £10 SPS ones. Nothing too exciting. One of them was a green stylo type. The other one was a tenuous, which isn't actually doing that well this week. That's gone a bit wayward, but the rest are looking good. And I did buy another one, which was like I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like a purple, very sort of like fluffy. And that just caught my eye, so I thought.
Stylo?
Yeah, I think so. I did a tank update today, and I did say in the video I'd completely forgotten what it was, but it's very nice. As I said, most frags like that for £10, you can't really go wrong. It's worth a shot. So
Yeah.
So we did that. I was due to go away literally a couple of days after Finest to meet, so I did want to commit to a fish, but I just couldn't justify spending money on fish when I was about to go away with the family. You know how that one is.
Yeah.
They did have a really nice powder blue up there as well at the time that I was like looking at, and I was thinking, I can't be going home with that. Otherwise, my head would be on the chopping block probably. So I decided to hold off and be patient. And so I went away to we went up near Great Yarmouth, which wasn't too far from where Matt and Roxanne are. So I then arranged to go and visit Matt, Roxanne one evening. I think it was Wednesday. Might have been Wednesday, I think.
Something like that. Yeah, I think it was.
So got to see the tanks in the flesh, which like Matt's DD is just like on another level. It's really nice. The rockscape is really good. Just the coral. I was really like over stimulated by his wrasse. I think his like wrasse selection was really good. So it was a good evening. Had a bit of a chin wag. I saw Roxanne's little reef caster. That's really nice as well, to be fair. That's like for such a small little nano, reef system. That's looking really good. So
got an upgrade this week.
Oh yeah.
Had a new light. We've added a lot new lights in it.
Mm-hmm. What did you add?
AI Prime.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It needed it, but she's so patient. I don't know how she does it. She's so patient with the idea, the light, and everything. I'm like, come on, get fish in there, get coral in there, and like she's like, no, I need to decide what I want to do. I'm like, I don't do it. So yeah. Appreciate the kind words, Dan.
No, it was mate. It was really, really good. I was proper stoked when I left your place. So it gave me hope for my tank. So yeah, you kindly gave me some frags, didn't you? I think you had some that you were with Chris a few days prior. I think you had a few bits off him, and you were good enough to give me a few of those bits. And I think some went to some of the people as well, didn't they? But I think I had there was the chalice. That was like the standout piece, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got blue stag.
Blue stag's the blue stag's really nice.
Paloensis, bubblegum, digi. What else did you get? Some mushrooms.
Mushrooms, yeah.
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 Just a mixture of stuff, wasn't it? Just some extra stuff.
It was, but it was, it was what I kind of needed, as I said, because I think I only pulled over 3 corals from the new rockscape, so it was very empty. Because it was very empty, I decided when I retested that week, I decided not to dose anything going forward the following week, just so I could see what the trend was going to be, to do a bit of a reset. And then lo and behold, obviously, because there wasn't really any coral in there, I've ended up going 5 weeks without dosing any of the NIOS 2 part, because my calcium, magnesium, and alk have just been completely stable. So it's taken them about 4 weeks to start dropping. So I have started dosing back this week, because my calcium came down to 420, 430, and my mag came down from 1340, 1350. That went down to 1300. So I've just started slowly, but that was mainly, I was expecting it to, because obviously the frags from Finest went in, and then the ones that I had from Matt went in. So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then because I had to get the butterfly down to John. We were kind of arranging that with John B. And then I couldn't go to AAC the last time. I think you boys flew down there. I couldn't make it, so I just said to John, I said, how far is AAC from you? And he said about an hour and 20, hour and a half. So it's about 2 hours for me on an early morning run. So we decided to meet there Saturday just gone, just to do a bit of a dodgy fish handover in the car park, as you do.
Yeah.
We didn't do it outside the front of the door, though, I must add. We had a bit of respect, but yeah. So he went with John. John gave me some. He actually gave me some phyto and copepods. That was cool. So the
Nice.
copepods went in. I've dosed. I've put copepods in on and off. I think I've done like 3 lots in the sort of year and a bit that I've been going. So I have done some. I do see the odd big one now and then, but generally I don't ever see too many. But I think my yellow long nose probably picks up a lot of those now. So
Yeah, I imagine so.
yeah, so that was cool. And I went to AAC thinking in the back of my mind I was going to go for a fish, because obviously I wanted to try and get a bit more stock in this tank. So we all had a bit of a mooch around. It was busy when we first got there, to be fair, because they had a coral sale on. So there was stuff flying out left, right, and centre. I think I got there at sort of 10:15. I think Baby Dave had already brought his lot. I think Steve had already got his bits.
Steve was first one in, probably.
No,
Yeah.
I was second.
So
Dave was first because he was biggest.
Yeah.
I think Dave snuck in under the door, I think, to be fair. Yeah. So we had a mooch around. I was looking at some LPS bits, hammers, because my Threadfin had completely eaten the hammer that I had from Harry, unfortunately. So I was a bit gutted about that. But so I was having a look around, and then I think most of you guys went at about 12, and I think I had one final look around, and I was in between. They had two powder blues there, and I was looking at both, and I was thinking, do I do it? Do I not do it? I've said that's like a fish that's been on my list probably for the last, 10 years, something like that. And I was just thinking, do I want to risk it? I've only just come off the back of successfully getting rid of white spot. Do I want to tempt fate and all that lot? But in the end, I just thought I had to convince myself mine, because I said I'd have the slightly large one out of the 2, and the guys at AAC looked at me and they were like, you sure you know about powder blues, don't you? You know what you get yourself in for? I was like, yep. So I did think I was going to have to sign a waiver before I took him out of the shop. But
I do like that, though. I think otherwise, I reckon most shops should go in there and sell you that fish as quick as possible.
To be fair, I mean, I didn't have a problem them asking me. I was fully prepared for them to ask me. I would have been surprised if they didn't, to be honest. But I did hear him talking to some local customers in the background, and they are class guys. They go into detail, make sure everything's pucker for the customers before they, and they're very helpful with any problems as well. So they packaged them up good. They asked me how long it was back home. I said it was like going to be just over 2 hours. I think it was about 2.5 hours back to mine from there. Traffic was a little bit worse on the way back up, but yeah, I acclimated him slowly, about 45, 50 minutes, and then straight in. And I was a bit like, when you put any fish in your tank, it's always a little bit nervy because obviously no QT. I'm still running the both the UV sterilizers, mind. They've not been off since the white spot gate. So, and I have been clear now for I've been clear for a good couple of months. So he's been doing well. He's settled straight in. There's not really been any aggression. The blue Fuji Eye silver spot tang, he's always a little bit funny when anything goes in. Just for the first 10 minutes, he's always a bit like gets his back up a little bit. So he was flashing straight away. Everything else has been absolutely fine. The fox face was a bit upset the next day because I think the powdered blue wanted to take his little cave that he obviously uses at night time. So I think they had a little bit of a disagreement about who was going to house that side of the tank. But it seems to be fine. I've not really.
How big is he?
I reckon he's about 3.5, 4 inches. He's not massive.
They do work hard. I was just watching it in the background. Like they do work hard. He's constantly on the rocks and.
Oh yeah, because he went in, and because I thought in my mind I was thinking, there's no way I'm putting him up on Instagram to show I've got a powder blue just in case anything goes wrong. But like the next day, so I came down the next day, and it was just like complete bliss. He was just swimming around. I kept because obviously when I picked him up, I was looking closely at his body, making sure he was eating, and I was a bit surprised how well he'd settled in. And he was just he was working straight away, just picking at rocks. I've noticed though, because since he's gone in, I've started putting some nori sheets back in on a plug because my two other tangs, the Tomini and the silver spot, they're never interested in. And I have changed the nori sheets. I've gone to the Julian Sprung one, but they're never interested in it. But literally, he's been in for just a few days, and as soon as he started pecking at it, they were straight over to see what he was doing, and they've started doing exactly the same now. But the Tomini and the silver spot have always picked up the rock work. That's just what they. That's like what they always do.
Like sheep, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So he's been great. He's been really, really good. It's just
what I would recommend is get some Selcon. Just feed that every so often as well, just to keep it. I would be keeping it healthy and just keep feeding it different types of food.
Yeah. I hope I can. I'm not going to go any more tangs now. I think I've got the 3 in there. That's like pushing probably boundaries as it is. So I'm going to keep it as it is for tangs, and then I must say I went to AAC originally for a RAS, but they didn't. Just unfortunate the day I went, they didn't really have too many in. Although they did have a 6 line in, Ron's favourite, but they didn't. They had a pink or red fairy RAS, but I wasn't too clued up on them. I hadn't done much reading on them, so I didn't want to just buy a fish I didn't really know much about. So yeah, that was it. But yeah, he's been great. It's been unreal because when you have a fish on your list for that long, and then you end up seeing it in your tank, it's a bit of an unreal moment, really. For Chinese wholesaler, yeah.
You're not wrong, though.
So, interestingly, I
buy mine off Amazon, and that's not Chinese. That's not food grade.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to share. This
same stuff. That's exactly the stuff I have.
Yeah. Yeah, £8.78 for 50 sheets.
That's the stuff I use, and everyone loves it. Even the RAS love it.
Yeah, that's what Rob uses as well. That's where I got the idea from to start with.
Yeah, Rob goes through quite a bit, doesn't he? So
yeah,
couple of sheets a day, I reckon, for all them tangs.
Yeah,
all right, he wipes his ass with it.
Then puts in.
Yeah.
I mean, next on the thing, really, I do want to get some RAS. That's like top of my priority now. So I've got the powder blue.
Any in particular?
I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not overly fussed. I think a couple for sort of possibly keeping maybe some pests at bay might not be a bad shout if there is any to be had.
Yeah, Helichorus.
I would, I do like the banana wrasses, but I said I've got quite a bit of yellow in the tank already, so I think just something different. I think the thing I noticed with your tank, Matt, was just the way those wrasse swim compared to your purple, the swallowtail. They're just a different character, aren't they, to look at? So
love wrasse. They're always busy. They're always busy. They're always looking. They're always doing something.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll keep my eyes peeled and I'll see what I can find. I would like to go back up to finest. I think I'm going to be up north a little bit soon, so I might swing into Reef because I've not been in there yet, and I might have a ganders at what they've got going on. So we'll see what happens.
You're not far off.
Wrasse.
Yeah, they're nice.
Naco wrasse, yeah, they're really cool.
That's my favourite one, definitely.
Oh, they did. I must say, they did have a scarlet hawkfish, which I was really tempted with. The only thing that put me off, he was quite small, and I don't know. I was a bit like, do I really want to spend 80 quid on something that's teeny tiny? But that was. I do like those, and that was a little bit, hard to walk away from. But I mean, in the end, I'm so glad I went for the powder blue because I was literally 50-50 and I've been for quite a long time on them. So I was just, sometimes if you don't take a risk, sometimes it can pay off and sometimes it can completely backfire. So at the minute, touch wood, it's all going well. Ideally, I think if you're going to do one, you'd probably want to QT it. But I think because I've already had white spot and overcome it, I did think to myself, I've come through it once. I'm sure I can sort it out again. So, yeah.
How far are you away from Stockport?
That
That would just be a place, I guess. You've been there, Steve, for fish variation. That might be they say that's the place for fish, but
lots of fish there, that's for sure.
Yeah,
lots of fish. That might be the place to go. Just because it's got lots. I find this is a great shop there.
But I am. I said because I think on AAC, Steve, you gave me a couple of corals as well. So I had a nice bit of frog spawn and the Duncan, and they're doing really good. Yeah. I did send you a picture of them the other day, but they've settled in well. I do need. There is more coral going in. I've actually got some coming now from Ron. Eden corals. Ooh. So that's been.
You got corals come from Ron as well.
Yeah,
okay. Kept them quiet, didn't he?
Yeah, I did say to Matt.
He has mentioned it in the chat.
How was he?
Yeah, he did say. He did say in the chat.
But do you know what you're getting, or?
I've just asked for. I think he's just going to send me some nice, easy stuff that hopefully will just take off and take over the tank. Would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be a nice change, just to, trying to batter the corals down rather than wishing them to grow. But but we'll see. Looking forward to that. That should be good. I mean, bearing in mind, like originally, I thought, I'm going to be like LPS. I thought, LPS and maybe a couple of soft corals, and then already very quickly it's sort of going quite SPS dominant already. So it's like, I need to. I think the lights are going to be the sort of drawback, should I say? So I'm probably going to have to change my lights at some point, but we'll see how that goes. I still need to get a reef mat, and I still need to get a automated doser because I'm still dosing manually. So
wow,
they're all on the list, the never-ending list of stuff to get. So,
it doesn't stop. That's for sure.
No, it don't.
It's like a ladder that you look up it and you're so far from the ends. It's like you just got to keep going and keep climbing, and just see how you go. Yeah, keep pushing.
Slowly.
Catchy monkey.
Yeah,
catchy monkey. Yeah. That's it. I think that's it from me. I'm gonna cross my fingers and my toes that the powder blue continues to do well. So
Yeah.
Big shout out to AAC though, because they're really good. So
Yes, yeah, always good going in there.
Ron
It's
said,
dangerous and expensive.
message him what you don't want.
yeah, my the only one that's not done that well this week has been the tenuous. I don't know how yours is doing, Matt, but mine's
it.
Oh yeah, 'cause it fell off, didn't it? Was that right?
Yeah, and I can't find it. So I seen the set. I don't know where it's gone. It literally fell off the rock, and I'm like, to be fair, it was like that big. So
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I've hunted for it, and I've been down the back, and I can't find it. So it's gone to Reef in heaven, unfortunately. But yeah, tenuous are the harder ones though. They're like not everyone can. They're a hard one anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not. I said it was 10 quid, so I'm not going to cry about it. So can't complain.
Can't complain, tenner.
So we've got a new thing we're going to try. Gonna try a bit of audience participation tonight. So I've got a whole load of things. They're questions that people can vote on. So we're going to start off with the first one, which is, which reef tank pest do you dread the most? And your options are Aptasia, flatworms, bubble algae, or verminted snails. What would you guys go for? So we've got Aptasia, flatworms, bubble algae, or verminted snails. Go on, Dan.
I'll get mine out of the way. So I've got and had verminted snails, as most people know, for quite a while. And I would say they're probably, out of that list, I would probably say they're the worst for me. I've not encountered flatworms, however, yet. So, but I'd say they're horrific. To be fair, they're quite prolific. They spread really fast. I don't know. I've had this conversation with Coach because he's having a few at the minute, and it's just like, I don't know how they reproduce so quickly, but they are a menace. I'm slowly trying to turn the tide on them, doing the old DIY coral snow, and I just need, it's just bumblebee snails really for me. And I think on this new scape I have started picking and crushing, destroying, as I've seen a couple appear on this scape, and I've just been going in there. As soon as I see one, I've just been going in and destroying it basically. But it's that they are a pain.
Do you have bumblebee snails?
I've only got 5 at the minute, which isn't nowhere near enough. So
no, but they'll kind of be doing it in the background.
Yeah, I think they do. Like I must admit, because the rock work that's in the sump, I mean, they were absolutely riddled. The old Carib Sea rock. But I can't, I've got to leave that in there for a good while. I mean, the last piece of that rock will probably come out in the next 16 months or something crazy like that, really.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave it a long time. But I mean, as something to try and get rid of, they are an absolute pain. They're a pain in the backside. But yeah. that'd be my one.
Okay, Matt. Do you want me to go through the options again?
No, I'm going to go for flat. I'm going to go for flatworm.
Okay.
I've not had it. However, I fear it because, as you can tell, this side of the tank, there is lots of hammers and lots of torches, and I don't want accurate. So I dip everything, as we all should. I do thoroughly check, and I look, and I look, and I do not want that in my system.
No.
I think that it's one of them things, and obviously Tom's been through it recently. It's one of them things where you go, "Oh, I've lost a head. Oh well." And actually, what's happened is they've populated numbers and laid loads of eggs. So it's one of them things you then start chasing and chase. I think with vermitids, I think they are a pain, and I totally get what Dan's saying. But you can manage that, and you will get there. However, yeah, I wouldn't want that flat one.
I think I would agree with you. I think flatworm would be the one. I've not had them before, but yeah, they would definitely be the one for me that I would be really concerned about getting.
I inspect stems, and I've learned off Dave to, when you dip them, inspect the stems. I'm looking for anything and everything.
Yeah,
Not for me. Yeah. I know you've always got expensive bloody taste, so your best one's gone first. So yeah, not for me. What's the audience saying?
yeah. Let's have a look. I'll end the poll, and we were at. Come on, is it going to show me? Yeah. So, vermeted snails won at 35. Flatworms were 32% of the vote.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's close. That's not as like one side as I thought it'd be.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting flatworms to be a landslide, if I'm honest.
Yeah, me too.
I think it does depend on what you've probably encountered as well. Because I said I've not encountered flatworms, but you know, other people that have, that would probably be at the top of their list. So it's interesting, yeah.
I've had vermitids, but I think it's a bit like you win the war eventually. I think what you have to do is you just have to tackle it from like reduce your feeding. I strain my food, reduce my feeding. I'm doing coral snow once a week. I'm going in there manually. You stick loads of bumblebees in there. You'll get there. The downside is you've just got every frag that goes in there. Make sure that you're scraping the plugs for vermitids.
Yeah.
It's a constant battle, I think.
Okay. Next poll is up now. If you could upgrade one thing in your setup right now, what would it be? Lighting, skimmer, control system like Apex, etc., or dosing system? Go on, Dan. Oh, you can go first again.
For me now, I would probably upgrade my lighting. So I said I've done a good stint with these photons. I've used them previous years on freshwater tanks, so I'm no stranger to running them. I like the fact you can run them on both freshwater and marine. I think that's a little bit unique. But I would definitely upgrade the lighting now. As I said, I've had no real dramas. I'm happy to run these quite high now. These are running at the peak afternoon. These are running like 96%, so that's quite high. But I do keep checking them. There's no lens degradation. There's nothing. I think they're quite solid. I've had no real dramas. I've run it. Go on, Matt.
Are you just not liking the par output or the spread?
I think the spread is one thing, because obviously I've only got 4 on here. I could probably do with 6, but the problem with that is because of like the central weir, and it's when you got to try and mount them, you got to look at different ways of mounting them. I don't particularly like the brackets. The brackets don't come far enough out on the tank, so my tank is 60 centimeters front to back, but the lights don't actually sit at the halfway point. They're more towards the back of the tank, so I don't really like that.
Okay.
But as I said, they've done me very well, but I don't think I'm going to get away with running them at 96%. So I think before I did the par-wise check, they were only running at 58, 64%, something like that. So I'd say lighting for me at the minute.
Okay.
Matt?
Automation. I have got a bug for automation. I like my lights. I like my skimmer. What was the other one? I like my doser. I think now automation. It's now I'm pushing for stability. I also am quite keen on my house fluctuates temperature. Like, so when it was warm the other day, it was going up to like 26.5. I'm quite keen, and I kind of like the idea of what Ron's saying of a slight fluctuation in the tank.
Yeah.
Harder your corals. I'm wondering if that's something I could then embed And I also, having your details of what your tank's doing, or roughly what it's doing. I think when I'm on holiday, it's a lifesaver because I go away and I'm like, camera looks like it's doing all right, but is it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for me.
Yeah, I think I would like to upgrade my skimmer, but that's only because I'm looking at getting a bigger tank.
Any idea what one?
I was liking the idea of the max spec. Not the jump, whatever the other one. I think the jump's the small one, isn't it? Whatever the other one's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, that's what I hear. What else is on there?
Guy had it Sunday. Yeah, Guy had it Sunday, the same one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, again, loves it like Ron does. Like, had it for ages, loves it.
Yeah. I think the other one is upgrades to the Apex, just getting a few more bits on, like to get the new energy bar one that does the energy monitoring as well. I think that's quite interesting.
Is that just geeking? Is that, or is there an actual?
Well, so yeah, I mean, like your return pump, if you can monitor the current draw through it, and that starts going up, then you know it's time to clean it out, that kind of thing.
Yeah, or it's wearing or failing. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is that Red Sea gear doesn't go on to an Apex. It has to be Ecotech, and I'm guessing, does AI go onto it?
Yes.
That's not too bad. So it's just like doses and gyros. If you've got them, you can't control them. It's a shame.
Yeah. Because I've got the DOS QD, which I use for dosing small quantities of stuff, and the Reef Dose 4, which I use for the rest of it. I think because the Reef Dose 4 is just using that 4 part at the moment and it's just running, I don't have to tweak it very often. But having to go into that second app is just, it's frustrating. I just want it all in one.
Yeah, that's it. And I guess that's a license thing. And the Red Sea, that's why they're not allowing it. But again, would be handy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if more people would sell more if it's more compatible.
Yes. Yeah, potentially.
Would. Yeah.
But is it those companies that are not wanting to be compatible with Apex, or is it that Apex don't want to let them on?
Well, that is the question.
Don't know.
Because Ecotech's American and Apex American, Neptune's American.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just a gentleman agreement that side of the water. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
What's your
right, let's see what the poll is at. Winner is lighting, 59%.
I bet that doesn't surprise me, and I bet if you ask the audience what they would go for, it'd be a Stratton.
Go on then, let's see what people say. Stick it in the chat. What would you go for?
I think, and again, I know someone again this week has bought Stratton. There is just something about Stratton that everyone is all over at the moment. Everyone is all over Strattons. There is now like a right motion, and I haven't I haven't been back in the hobby for ages. Like I went away from it 10 years ago, come back, and this is crazy. Yeah, this is crazy how much people are like Stratton. Yes, Stratton. Oh, a few of them.
Yeah.
Metal halides. Tungsten bulbs.
It's in the question from On the Rock.
We've done this one. Didn't we do this one before?
Yeah,
I was sure this came up on a stream the other week, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's slightly different. It was, what was your favourite, Greg's? What's keeping me alive? I don't think I'd want to eat anything that's on Greg's menu every day for the rest of my life. I I can't see that life being very long either if that's all you're eating.
So the 44 tonner is the guy that is the Ipswich Reefer. So here's the guy that he has actually come in. So hello, Steve.
Okay.
He's the guy that I was there on Sunday. Hydra Edge.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
they
with
do
that,
look quite nice.
I was going to say with that on the Rob question, if it was all three of us stuck on a desert island with that question in mind, I think you two wouldn't stand a chance. I'd be absolutely fine. When I did have to pick my item, I'd probably just go for a sausage, bean and cheese mount. That'd be my choice. Not every day though.
You could cut an arm off, and it'd last you a week.
I was going to say I'd finish off. You and Matt would be gone, Steve, and then I'd just have my one sausage cheese bean mount, and I'd just slowly fade away.
Nice.
That'd be it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Moving swiftly on.
Don't get stuck with him.
What matters most when buying coral or fish?
What matters
Health.
most?
Yeah, with your fish shop basically, or yeah, with your fish, but obviously you're going to get them from a fish shop. Do you go for health and quality, price, customer service, or their location? And I guess all of these will play a part, but which is the most important?
Easy.
Go on then, Matt. You go first.
Right, Matt.
Health of the fish or coral. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care whether you've got the best customer service or the best location in the world. If that coral looks like it's Tom Dick, or the fish looks like, I don't care if you've made me a cup of tea, you've given me a free coral, and I'm not buying that off you because no.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other answers really. Like,
Dan?
I think the same. I think distance from you can help in certain aspects. I mean, only if that's in relation to, or if you in particular want to get dry goods from a local shop, and if you've not really got one on your doorstep, it can be a bit annoying because then obviously you are sort of forced to either travel or you're going to be ordering online. But generally, I mean, it's convenient having a good LFS on your doorstep, but it's not always practical for a lot of people. So, as I said, I mean, look at a lot of the time people spend traveling to different shops for meats, and when you start looking at different places, I think it's worth traveling anyway if you're going to get a good shop. So, I agree with Matt really.
I went in a store on Saturday, and oh my God, it was everything a mouldy fat bunker has been described to me as. Jesus Christ, I'm not going to mention any names, but it's in Bury. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God, I could smell the mold. It was atrocious. I was like,
Yeah,
that it was. I literally walked in and thought, this is everything Ron described. It was like dark, dingy, smell of mold. It was wipe your feet on the way out. Yeah, it was disgusting. So yeah. Health of the fish and coral is for me.
Yeah, same for me, and I'm the end the poll as 81% of the people agree. So it is just a bit of a no-brainer.
What's the second most important?
Customer service.
Yeah, it's got to be in it.
Yeah, it's weird. It didn't put the results in the chat, so I can't see that. Oh, there we go.
I can
Customer
see it.
service. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do another poll.
I think customer service. You drive 2 hours, wouldn't you? If you know you're going to get good customer service. Well, you did, Dan.
I did, yeah. I did. Wow, it was, I'd say dry. It was 2 steps for me, so it wasn't too bad.
2 steps and a jump.
2 step and a jump, yeah.
Roxanne's happy.
She's happy with it. She's happy with the polls.
Yeah.
Polls.
Yeah. So new poll. Who loves these polls the most? And your options are Roxanne, or Roxanne.
Get your own back in it, Steve. She normally takes the piss out of you, so.
Yeah. Right. What was my actual next one?
Do you buy corals from shops where aptase are visible? No.
No.
Because what else is legal?
I went into a shop the other day, and while we were looking in the invert section, they deposited a dead fish in the tank right in front of our face. There was another couple of fish that weren't looking too clever, and looking in their coral bays, they had like a colony of acans where in the middle section was just skeleton where it died, and there were just like a couple of poorly looking bits at each end. And you're like, just take that coral away, hide it somewhere. Nobody's buying that.
Yeah, frag it. Like,
Yeah.
Do something with it.
Yeah.
No.
Put it on a key ring.
Chuck in the bush.
Yeah. So the next one is, if you could only keep one type of coral, what would you choose? LPS, SPS, softies, or gonnies, because they're great.
LPS for me. If I could only do one type, then I think, yeah, LPS. I think just the movement, bit more wavy. It's tough though. I'd still think I think most of us always try and get a mixed reef doing well, but I still think LPS for me.
Yeah. Oh, Mel's got a good point though. If you go SPS, you can have angels.
True.
Yeah.
I think I would go LPS as well. Matt?
Yeah, I'm going to go LPS. I would love a tank of gonnies, but I also think I wouldn't be able to do same. I wouldn't be able to do all sticks. I wouldn't be able to do all torches or all gonnies. I like a mixed reef. I like a variation. So yeah, LPS. It has to be.
Yeah.
I love gonnies, but it can't just be that.
Ron there.
I'm turning though. The sticks are becoming like, now I'm not killing them, and like they're living.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're becoming more attractive. So I'm like, oh, I can see why.
Was Ron dipping his? Was he starting to dip his toe with LPS, or did I have that in a weird dream?
I think he might be looking at it. I think he might be coming over to the dark side.
He's a pussy though. He's a pussy.
I think you should do some good LPS.
Oh, imagine some of the gonnies and the torches and hammers he'd be pumping out. Like, it'd sell them as they're just popular. LPS is popular, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got more success, or more chance of success with LPS than SPS, haven't you?
It's movement as well. So
Yeah.
I think you have to do it, yeah.
Yeah. Right, where are we on that one?
Rob, might as well go freshwater.
Yeah.
Cheeky sausage.
Oh, we've got a lot of stickheads in here. It was SPS that won it.
Doesn't surprise me. There is a lot of stickheads in here. Like,
Yeah.
Thing is though, when you see what Ron grows, what AAC had got in that coral tray, even Finest, the stuff they had was unreal. So even if you're never really that interested in SPS, I think when you see those places and see the colours variation, it's hard not to be blown away, and then obviously you become interested in it. So it does work. It does work. Turns heads.
Yeah, but even Ron's tanks predominantly SPS, but he's still got acans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to have something, haven't you?
Yeah, you got a little bit of something, a little jiggery. So,
Acans are just amazing, aren't they? Really.
Yeah, love them. Another one I love, but Fucking things are dying.
So, how often do you do water changes? Weekly, every 2 weeks, monthly, rarely, or never?
Gaz?
I know where Gaz is in that poll.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
A fair thing is fair play to him though. That when he did his tank tour, his tank did genuinely look amazing, didn't it? So
Yeah.
I'll go first very quickly. Every week since I've started, all the tanks I've had, I've done a water change every week. I think the whole time I've been going, there's only been less than 3 or 4 times where I've gone 2 weeks, and that just might be because I was busy the weekend or either been away on holiday. But every week, and I've never ever. I think the tank and success overall has been better for doing a water change every week. So that's where I'm at. I think the problem is when you start getting to the big tanks, that's when it's a bit more effort has to go into it. And I can understand why people would want to do it less often on a larger tank. But if you can, if you've not got a silly sized tank, do it every week.
Yeah. And I have noticed there's a lot of people that are asking for a daily option. Yeah. I should have had a automatic water change / daily option as well, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automated is wicked if you can do it.
For me, every week, like I say, it works for Gaz. Gaz's tank's really nice. It works for him. But for me, it's in my mind that I have to do water changes. The only way I would do it different would be automated and do it every day, constantly. But I'm not in that. I'm not at that place. So yeah, every week, and I will always do it. Test every week, water change every week.
Yeah.
So I have been weekly for a very long time. But with all the work that I've been doing at work and with the room, getting the things ready, I'm a couple of weeks behind. So yeah, I'm on. I think if it goes until Friday, that will be 3 weeks.
Notice the difference?
Change.
Have you noticed a difference, pro, down?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
But I will be doing one this coming weekend because it needs doing.
I think that jellyfish tank has taken up too much of your time, Steve.
Yeah.
It needs cleaning again. Because I moved it because I haven't got the table next to me where it was sat. It's now getting sunlight a lot, and there's all algae growing on it. I'm like, oh, needs cleaning again.
Give it to her. Give it to your daughter.
Yeah.
It's their tank.
Right. I've ended the poll. Weekly one, 48%.
Not surprised.
So I've got one more 4 option poll.
Seconds, 27% for rarely or never.
Yeah.
I would say most people would vote for a daily. And I get what Jim's saying of water changes affect stability, and doing a constant doesn't, because it's just flatlining. But one is better than none, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a fair point, though, to be fair.
Each to your own. What's the next one, Steve?
So the next one, I'm just putting the options in now, is which coral gets the most hype, or gets too much hype, sorry. And your options are torch corals, bounce mushrooms, acropora, or zoas. Go on, Matt. You go first.
I would say for me it's either between some acropora, because they're expensive, and they are a bit crazy in names as well.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to go torches because there is still some torches out there that are in the 200s for like one head, and you think, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
For like bananas, holy grails, ultra holy grails.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's torches for me.
Dan?
I think the same. I think if I think about what I see the most on the social platforms, you tend to see people showcasing torches a lot more than anything else. So I think there's definitely been a big hype on them. I do really like them as well. I think I can see why people like them, because they just look ace, don't they? I mean, what else does that sort of rhythmic flow back and forth? So I think torches, but I would definitely have some, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be. It's close for me. Same as Matt with acros. Thinking of the one that Liam named, the Tampon of Doom.
How much is that?
I don't know.
You think of a fox flame. Fox flame's up 150 quid for a frag.
Yeah, that was bonkers because I picked one up at Finest, didn't I? I was going to have it, and because I thought it was in the 20 quid column. It's like, oh no, that one's 140. Like, it's that big.
Size of a raisin.
Yeah, but I think torches definitely. They're just the crazy names, and when I can't even remember examples now, but there are 2 or 3 corals that have totally different, wildly overhyped names that look almost identical, and most people probably couldn't tell the difference between the 3 of them if asked.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know where that. I suppose all these colours came from somewhere, and torches maybe are more entry level for people, whereas I guess sticks are probably more expensive because of how slow they grow.
Yeah, and the likelihood of them just to die randomly.
Yeah, whereas torches, I suppose, are more accessible for the hobby. But I guess there is a craze, so when things are popular, the price goes up.
Yeah, but the torches can be a little bit finicky as well, can't they?
They can be, yeah.
So let's see where we are with the poll. Torches are winning 40%. Mushrooms 37%. No surprise that Acropora are way down in the list.
Wonder why. For the sticks, for the stickers.
Yeah.
Maybe why. It's interesting though, because it's like, how much would you pay? Like Ron just said, a frag's a frag. How much would you pay for a frag? Right. What's too much? I know we've spoke similar before, but what is too much?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you get to the point of above 50 quid, I think then that frag needs to be quite substantial. And it depends on what you're calling a frag as well, because that like little thing that was the size of a raisin, I think then those are like, as soon as you're getting above 30 quid, that's quite a bit for something you can barely see.
Yeah. I guess something like a fox flame is quite a rare coral. It's not a fast growing coral. So, okay, you're going to get a frag, it's 100 quid. A torch, 1 head. I guess, like say, each to their own market. It'd be interesting to ask stick heads, like, what's too much to pay? Because there is some pricey corals out there. Not even some of the torches. Some of the torches like £250 a head when we went to Finest. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But that's clearly what they go for.
Isn't it just that old saying though, that something is only worth the value that it is if someone's willing to pay it? So it's like,
yeah,
I think in this hobby, if something is really unique and if it's quite rare, and if someone's been in the hobby quite a few years, then they're probably more than likely going to want to pay, I wouldn't say over the odds, but they're probably going to want to pay more of a premium to get something a bit different. But I think it just depends how much money you've actually got or willing to spend, really. I think that's what it comes down to. What do you think it's worth,
Chris says 200 quid. Rob said he's paid that for head in the past.
I think I think for me, I think 100 quid, over 100 quid, I'm thinking to myself, do I really want this? Am I going to kill it?
Yeah.
Under 100 quid, most torches are for a single head are under that. So you think, okay, that's not too bad. Most gonnies are under that. You think not too bad. Over 100 quid, you're like, so things like the amaze balls was like, do I really, really want this? And stuff like that. That's for me. Do I really want this? And am I ready for this? But I won't want to know what I've paid for coral, to be honest. It's got to be up there, though. It's around that figure.
Yeah. Moving swiftly on. I'm not going to talk about how much I pay for coral.
No.
What fish causes the most aggro in your tank? Clownfish, dotty back, sex line wrasse, or a chromis?
We're talking about anyone's tank.
Yeah, it's like in a tank. Which one of those do you think would cause the most aggro?
I'm gonna go clownfish because I fucking hate my clownfish. They're just dicks, mate. They just think everything. They just attack anything. They're so territorial. If I could get them out, I probably would.
Yeah.
You don't have them, Dan, and I'm like, why do you not have clownfish? Like,
I did start off with some in the Fluval M90, but then when I had Velvet, it took them out, and I'm pretty sure it came from the clowns as well. So it just put me off. And when I had that happen, I just thought, there's no way I'm doing clowns ever again unless they're going into like a little, starter beginner tank on their own with nothing else. I just wouldn't. I do like them, but I've heard 1,000 people say over the time when they get bigger, they're absolute pains in the backside. So just puts me off a little bit.
Wow,
it's interesting.
I've never heard that before. A copper band putting anything in its place.
Yeah, clownfish. Oh god, yeah. They're just aggressive little. They never look happy.
Yeah. That all corals are only at the maximum price they ever sell them for is £20.
It's at 20 quid. What is the most expensive coral you've brought, Steve? Can you say that on here or not? Have I just put you right on the spot?
Probably. I was trying to think. I don't care. I'll say it. I think the most expensive one I've bought has got to be that one. I think it's a Gonny.
Was that more than the Wilsoni?
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, the Wilsoni. It was close.
That's got to be up
discount.
there. I was going to say that's got to be up there.
Yeah, the Wilsoni. It's probably very close. I think the Wilsoni is probably marginally more expensive, and that was 199, and then they had 10% discount, so it was 179-ish, something like that.
Is that the one you got from Finest?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was mega though, wasn't it? That was
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you said to me you were getting that, I looked at it and I was just like, I saw the price and I was just like, oh yes.
I nearly got the one next to it, and they were 230 or 240 quid. really liked that one, and I was like, no, I'm going to go for the other one. Let's
Yeah,
see
it is.
where
It
the
is nice.
People are putting what they spent now. I'm like, phew, that's not bad. Right. At least Alyssa is clearly an addict.
it's not an addict if you don't go to the meetings.
Yeah, 550 for a trackie.
Jesus Christ.
Ending the poll there, Clownfish clearly won. We knew it was going to win that one.
Yeah. Is Rob taking the piss? $1,000 for Chalice? I'd like to think he's taking the piss.
Or
I can't see him paying $1,000 for a Chalice. Surely not.
Depends how big it was.
he's more of a fish guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
I can see him spending $1,000 on a fish.
Oh, 100%. I'd say that Lenardi's probably up there.
Yeah.
Like you say,
Right.
pay what you want in your means, didn't you? That's what you do. If you can afford to,
Yeah.
you do.
You're willing to eat beans on toast all week, then yeah.
Exactly.
So, quick fire round for you two now, and I'm going to put them in so that people have got an option as well. They can play along. You can only pick one: Torch or Gonny.
You're first.
Gonny for me.
Gonny for me.
Gonny for me. Definitely, without hesitation.
Yep.
All day long. We're still going through prices like £250 for a Walt Disney.
Those Walt Disneys are nice. They're nice, aren't they? Those.
Yeah.
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 Peter Parry.
76% say Gonny as well, which is good. And what's going to be the next one? Oh, I know where Matt's going to go on this one. I think I know where everyone's going to go on this one. So, another one, Acans or Zoas?
Acans.
Acans all day long. I'd love to pitch
Acans.
the those. Acans.
Yeah.
Win.
Have you not got a bush nearby?
I'm debating it.
Just hoofed them into the bush.
Yeah. Or just send them and Lee can have them on pizza. I don't know.
I heard he only likes pallies.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
Yeah. And disclaimer: there's new people in the chat, isn't there? Don't eat pallies. You will die.
Yes.
And the chat, agrees. 85% say Acans as well. Oh, a contentious one next. Might be a split opinion between you guys as well.
Go on.
So,
Can't wait.
Tangs or Ras?
Us.
Yeah, Tangs for me.
Ras for me.
Yeah, that's tough though, isn't it? That's really tough.
That is a tough one, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been Tangs, but even I'm starting to like want to get into the Ras now. So yeah,
It's a good job you put that R in, Harry.
I think the problem with Tangs is you can only have so many. With Ras, you can have a little bit more.
Well, they're smaller, aren't they?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more. They're a little bit less aggressive.
Yeah.
With Tangs, you can only have so many. But yeah, Ras for the win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would agree. Let's see. Ooh. The people in the chat do not agree. Tangs at the moment are very much in the lead.
Interesting.
I think Tangs is just a very versatile group of fish, aren't they? You know, I know wrasse do their jobs, but I just think tangs are such a variation in the different ones. I think it's just getting that balance between them.
Yeah.
Some
And
tanks do
sometimes,
fuck all though.
sometimes you need a bit of luck. You do need a bit of luck with tangs sometimes.
Some tanks don't do anything though, and
Yeah.
they just swim. Some of the popular ones as well.
But if you like fish, Matt, that's what I want a fish to do, is swim.
Yeah, true. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I do prefer fish that do jobs though. It's handy, isn't it?
Yeah. So you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Manual testing and dosing or automated testing and dosing?
Manual. You get lazy, mistakes happen.
Yeah, I do want to go automated, especially for dosing, but I wouldn't never stop manually testing. So I'm going to say manual testing and dosing. Also, I don't really like how expensive the automated testers are, so I don't think I'll be on that train for a long time. So
yeah.
Also, when I do my weekly testing, I think it takes me about 10 minutes to do all the main parameters. It's not that much of a hard job to do, especially when you've done it a good few times. So I'll just have you have a little system, don't you, when you do it? You do whichever one you do first, and you just carry on, boom, 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 and 10 minutes, it's all done, job done.
For me, it's when you manual tested your tank, you know your tank, you know a bit more about it, you're a bit more hands-on. If you just blindly leave your tank, how do you know that that's not uncalibrated way out?
Yeah. So I think I was a little bit polarizing with the two options because I put testing and dosing. So as in dosing based on the automated testing. I think automated testing, absolutely, all day long. But would I want my doses running off of it? Because sometimes it's not right. And you can look at it and you can look at the trend and you can go, that's a blip. Ignore that. Look at the next test. Yeah, it's back to normal again. Or it's back up there again. And then you think, I'll do a manual test to confirm that automated test is right. So I think from that side, it's really handy having that automated testing, but I would rather manually test and dose than to just rely on automated dosing based on automatic testing. Slightly long-winded answer, but
no, I get it. Yeah, definitely get it.
Also, manual testers can go wrong or be wrong, can't they? So I think when they particularly get low, you can start having issues with accuracy. I think Jim had that, didn't he, recently?
yeah.
I think he said he had one that was way out, but or enough to be out for him to be questioning it. So you got to be careful. Make sure if in doubt, just get a new test kit and try again.
I'd say, but if you were dosing on that from an automated doser, you could have dosed 5 DQH of alk, and you're actually sitting at 8, and now you're at 13. So
yeah.
Moving on. Jim's on form tonight.
Sorry. Yeah. He's been on form in the Discord as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, been busy, so I haven't been in there. But God, Jim makes me crack. Funny guy, he is.
He is. Need another story from him sometime soon.
Yeah.
So new option now, and I noticed that John's got one he wanted to put up. But the new option is a 4-foot tank with budget gear or a 2-foot tank with premium gear.
If you can fit a 4-foot, go for the 4-foot, because you're gonna if you're gonna be in it, you're gonna be in it for probably quite a while if you've got the right intentions. The problem I found when you have smaller tanks is I do agree the cost to run them, you need less kit, it's less expensive. But I think if you can fit a 4 foot in your space and it will look good, then I would say go for the 4 foot, run it on budget stuff, and just slowly upgrade over time. It's not. It doesn't have to be a sprint. Just take your time, do it slowly, and just enjoy it. I think with a 4 foot tank, you can get a few more fish options. You can probably do a little bit of a nice escape, possibly, but I just think big is not always better, though. I must say, it's like there are definitely downsides, and I've noticed that with mine. So, if you can afford it as well, that's the thing. If you can afford to run it and do your water changes, dose it, electric's going to be more. It's hard, yeah. I think it's tough, but I think space. If you can fit one, go bigger.
If you're in a position where you've got an automated tester and you're finding things expensive, wouldn't it be great if there was a place you could go to get cheaper reagents?
Yes.
Now you can with Marine Spec.
Yeah. Brought to you by our sponsor, marinespec.co.uk.
They are paying for the live stream, so please give them a like. I would agree. I think you've got more long-term. You'll be in it more for the long term. If you go and buy the brand new tank, all the top gear on a small tank, you've only got to go and do it again. Whereas if you buy the tank, you buy the gear, you're going to have more scope of fish, more room for coral. And the likelihood is, like you said, Dan, you can buy stuff when you can afford to. Not everyone can afford to go and buy everything at once. And I would say that's probably the most common route. The most common route is you buy as big a tank as possible, the best possible tank for your money, and then you just upgrade your gear throughout.
I'm still running a lot of secondhand gear on this, so I think the only new things I've brought have been both the UVs, the bigger UVs. They were brand new. What else have I brought? Equipment-wise, I don't think there's anything else. I'm still running secondhand Bubble Magnus Curve 5, the DD temp controller, that's secondhand. The lights for secondhand. I just think, save money where you can. And I said, if the stuff, obviously, it is a bit of a risk because you've got to take someone's word for what you're buying is actually working, so you can get caught out. But I think if you're starting out, I would honestly, because your tank's going to go through quite a rough period at some point anyway, so I can't see the point in running all the best gear when your tank's got to go through that mature stage anyway. You might as well just do it as cheap as possible, make sure the stuff's working. When you come out the other side of it, and then you start progressing, then you can start look at upgrading stuff. But I mean, my skimmer is, I think I paid 50 quid for it. It's been running, over a year now. I've not had any problems with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's the same with everything else on it. I think the only thing I do want to change is my ATO, my auto top off is starting to show its age a little bit. Every now and then I get the red light flashing that it's out of fit, so I just have to switch it off and switch it back on. But apart from that, I would say just go cheap to begin with.
Depends where you are in the hobby, doesn't it? Depends where you are in the hobby. If you're first time space,
if you can afford all new stuff, absolutely. So, don't let someone tell you to go secondhand just because you can save a few quid. Because sometimes it is nice getting everything brand new. It's all going to work. Stuff will have warranty. I think there's swings and roundabouts with doing either way, really.
Yeah, I think if you buy cheap equipment, it can sometimes be a little bit noisy. I bought a cheap skimmer and it made some really horrible bubbling noise Sorry, Mel.
Didn't take long.
I was thinking in my tank, the only things I've bought new are the Reef mat, the Reef Dose 4, and the Stratton.
I think
And nothing else. Everything else has been second-hand.
I think you can get good gear second hand for probably half the price. Which,
Yeah.
if I was going to buy a budget new or second hand good. If you buy sensible, you can come away with quite some good products, like you said, with your MP40s.
Yeah, and I think though the ones that I bought were 160 and 140. I paid for them, but like I said to you the other day, I actually saw another one for sale. It was 110.
Yeah, if you keep looking.
Yeah.
Thing is, Matt, when I was looking at your tank, your DD 4-foot, you said to me how much, because you had pretty much it all new, didn't you, including the tank?
Yeah.
And you said how much that was when you brought the kit. Even back then, it was quite
a lot of money.
You know, it's not a cheap way to do it, but if you want to go new, that's what you got to do, innit, really.
Depends the situation you're in. I was in a unique situation, so yeah.
Oh,
paid for itself. So
that's the one I want to click on. Used. That's crazy.
What?
Used.
I guess it's people just wanting to charge loads for their second-hand stuff.
Jesus Christ.
My first that Fluval M90 I set up, which was 3 foot but not very deep. I wanted to set up the cheapest, biggest tank I could after I had the Velvet. So even though the tank and the stand only cost £125, by the time I did everything else second hand, which I just had one set of lights, one return pump, by the time I got the first fish in it, I was still in for 1,100 quid. And that was just to get it up and running. So that's all second-hand stuff on a little 3 foot. And that was over £1,000 just to get it wet. So it's, I'm sure some have paid more to get something wet, but that's what it cost me.
Probably Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's expensive.
There's some good little comments coming in here. Look,
There is.
no low balls. I don't know what I've got. PM is key. I quite like on the Robs. The adrenaline of walking up some carpetless stairs in a flat, wondering if you're about to get a bargain or be killed.
That was like your tank, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah. To be fair, I found out that it was on a 5th floor flat before I drove there and to pick it up. But yeah, that Red C250 behind me was 5 flights. It's hard work getting that down.
I did one 2nd floor, and that was horrendous. It was horrendous. I can't imagine what 5th floor was like. Terrible.
Well, it wasn't just that, but the stairs went each way on every level, so there were 10 mini flights of stairs.
I bet your hands were hanging off your wrists, weren't they, when you got down the bottom?
Oh, yeah, I ached all over from moving that tank.
Ouch.
Yeah, there was no lift. Yeah, that was not fun.
It's an Essex floor flats, Rob, not a Brentwood. Brentwood's where the higher.
To be fair, it was Basildon. It was nearly Brentwood.
Yeah, but that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Probably decommissioned 10 years ago.
Someone was living in it.
Sounds about right.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh, what's Jim's comment?
You seen Jim's comment?
It's got a point. A point.
Yeah, it depends on whether you're getting the US Jabal or the UK ones, because one of them kills Wi-Fi, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Get hacked by the Chinese.
Oh, Matt's got a noisy keyboard.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought Melinda had joined us flipping live.
Bubble, bubble,
I
bubble.
just see Melinda now is like this. It's not me. It's not me. Anything else you gents would like to talk about tonight?
No, hopefully everyone's had a good night and see you again soon.
She did. I instantly handed. No, it's not me. Yeah, Rob's casting his mind back to his earlier years when he was working on the Enigma machine.
Sorry, Rob.
I think Rob did Rob used to be on the U-boats back in the day. Was that what he was on?
Yeah, I think it was the. I mean, are you saying he was a Nazi? Or?
No, he'd have been the one sent in to go and destroy said U-boats. I'd imagine.
Yeah, like the Chuck Norris of Reefing.
That's it. He was probably on the Dam Busters as well. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby and the Brigade.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I have nothing else to add for tonight.
No.
Thank you very much for joining us, Dan. Thanks once again,
problem.
Matt. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the interaction with all the polls. I know I had a message from Roxanne saying, "Can we do more next time?" So I'll see what I can do.
See you later,
See
guys.
you all later.
See you later.